So Joe Biden feels that he's got the black vote in Carolina. Joe Biden feels that he has the black vote in Carolina. Now look at the choices for black Democrats. Okay, look at their choices. All older white men. You have Bernie Sanders, who's a socialist and a racist. And this man, some stuff had been discovered on him, real creepy stuff about child pornography that he was writing years ago, and about women being raped. The guy is a creepy nut. And believe it or not, Bernie Sanders is also a racist. And then you got Bloomberg, who's a racist. And then you have Buttigieg. I guess all of them start with a B. Buttigieg, Bloomberg, Bernie. His last name starts with an S, Sanders. And then you have Biden. But Buttigieg is gay, and he's yet trying to run around preaching the Bible and condemning other folks. And he's gay. He's married to a man. And maybe Donald Trump, he's throwing little insults at Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is fighting for the Bible to be taught in schools. Donald Trump is fighting for life. Donald Trump is releasing people from prison who were wrongfully put there. And he sleeping with another man, having sex with a man, which is an abomination in the sight of God. It goes against the creation of God the Father of the Lord Jesus Christ. And this man has the boldness and audacity to attack another man with the Bible, pretending to be a Christian when he's not. Okay? Okay, so these are the choices that black people have to make, because they have been conditioned over the years to vote Democrat. And the only reason, believe it or not, the only reason that black people don't like Donald Trump is because his party begins with an R and not a D. That's the straight up truth. Because black people have been conditioned to think, not to experience, but to think that the Democrat Party is for minorities and that they are against racism, when they are the ones who did the Jim Crow laws. They are the ones who had the power to reverse the prison sentences of people. They are the ones, Bill Clinton and his wife, to put black people in prison for all of these years. They're the ones that started the KKK, but they've used the media perfectly to program blacks to think that if a person has the R in front of their name, if they are Republican, they don't like blacks. But if they have the D in front of their name, no matter if they are a man married to a man, it doesn't matter if they talk about pedophilia, it doesn't matter if they come out in blackface, they can do anything, but they still like blacks. And they're going to still vote for them. And I'm talking about black people who love the Lord, who serve God, and they have been deceived into thinking that it's the Democrats who are the godly ones. I think it was Lyndon B. Johnson, the 36th president of the United States. Lyndon B. Johnson was a tall man. I think he was like about 6'4". But he said, he was one of the ones who perpetuated and pushed for the Civil Rights Act. And when he did that, he said, I'm going to have these nigglers voting Democrat for the next 200 years. Now, I looked that up, and it's true, but you're going to run into something like Snopes. Snopes is a propaganda thing. They are a left-leaning information gathering truths. They're supposed to be truth-seeking, but they're not. They are leftists. And when you're looking for information, even Google sometimes will lie, because they are leftists. But black people have been conditioned over the years to think that Democrat is a party of fairness when it's not. Look at how they did this voting over in Iowa. Look at how they cheated Bernie Sanders in 2016. Look at how they're getting away with all types of crime. Look at how they are pushing this alphabet letter agenda on people. Look at how they're trying to remove the Bible from the courts and from the schools. Look at how they remove prayer from the schools. Look at how they are killing black kids and had an agenda and a depopulation program through Planned Parenthood, through a lady called, her name is Margaret Sanger, who hooked up with a dude named Clarence Proctor. Clarence Proctor, a racist, a man who owns a lot of the products around here, and it's been going on, Procter and Gamble. They own a lot of products, but they are racist. They are into eugenics, they are into depopulation, and they are very racist. And he hooked up with Margaret Sanger and pushed this Planned Parenthood on the black population to keep the black population under a certain number. You have people coming over here, the Hispanics are coming over here, and they're populating beyond us. We've never reached beyond somewhere between 18 and 19% of the population in America because of Planned Parenthood and because of large imprisonments. You see. But anyway, next time you vote, don't look at whether a person is a Democrat or a Republican. You should vote for ones that have, I'm talking about those of you who are Christians. If you're homosexual, of course, you're going to vote for people who support your lifestyle. But if you are a Christian and you know the Bible is against that, and you know the Bible is against abortion, and you know the Bible is against man and woman with woman, well, then you vote your beliefs. You can't lay your beliefs down and then, hey, my beliefs in politics are different. No, your entire life should be devoted to Christ. Your entire life should be devoted to the work of God. You can't separate anything. You can't separate from yourself from being a husband and to being a child of God. You can't separate yourself from being a wife to being a child of God. Every part of you, everything in you should be devoted to God. And any party that goes against the Bible is something you should walk away from. Hey, that's just me talking. Let me know what you think. Is it the D or the R? Because if Donald Trump was a Democrat and he letting people out of prison and doing everything he's doing in the black community, man, he would be the most popular president among blacks ever. But because he's a Republican, they see him as a racist when they have no proof. They have no proof. When Jennifer Hudson went through that ordeal with her mom being murdered and her nephew being murdered in Chicago, it was Donald Trump who came to her rescue, took her under his wings. I don't know if she had money or not, but he put her up in his hotel in Chicago for free for a long time. And I believe Obama was there, and Oprah also lives in Chicago, and they didn't reach out to that woman. It was Donald Trump that did that. It was Donald Trump that helped Jesse Jackson with the Rainbow Coalition and for housing for blacks. Okay, but they'll squash that because he has the R and not the D. All right, let me know what you think. My break is almost over. God bless.